Hi guys, I'm Darko and welcome back to another brand new video. Today I'm here to show you how to modify the IVs and abilities of your Pokemon in Pokemon Fire Red the Leaf Green Switch version using the A's. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel to support me and not miss future videos, and leave your eye points to help me grow. If you haven't set up Ace yet, please go check out my video where I show you how to enable it in Pokemon Fire Red the Leaf Green Switch version. But if you already have everything set up, let's continue with this video. Today we use my Lugia that I caught in the previous video as an example. The first thing to do is go to this website. I'll leave the link in the description and all the credit for this goes to Papa F and his team, so definitely go check out this channel. Through this website we can generate the codes that our Ace will execute in-game. The first thing you need to do is go to the top left and select the Switch version of your Pokemon game, making sure to choose the correct language. In my case I select English, and in the column next to it you select your game version. In my case it's Pokemon Fire Red. At this point, as you can see, the site is divided into two sections. On the left side you'll find the instructions and the setup, while on the right side the tool will generate the code that we'll need to input in-game. The first thing we need to do is obtain the PID, SID and the TID of our Pokemon. So open the drop down menu next to it and select Read Pokemon PID. As the name suggests, this code will allow us to discover the Pokemon's PID through a temporary modification of its stats. So place the Pokemon in the second slot of your party, go back to the site and press compute. The site will generate on the right side the code you need to enter as box names to get the desired result. This code is not the same for everyone, so make sure to follow these steps and generate your own. Don't just copy mine. Now, let's go in game and enter the code we were given. To do this, go to the PC boxes and rename each box exactly following the characters generated by the website. Make sure not to add any extra blank characters after the code ends, and just press start and then A to confirm. Once you've renamed all the required boxes, the only thing left to do is place your Ace in box 13 slot 2 and put any Pokemon next to it in box 13 slot 1. When moving or interacting with your Ace, always remember to use the yellow end. Just press Y on your controller. Also, make sure the box 14 is always empty. And if you previously ran a longer code, replace any unnecessary box names with a simple A. At this point, to activate the code, just take the Pokemon next to the Ace and perform a double swap, just like I'm doing right now. Once that's done, check your Pokemon's stats and you'll see they have changed. Go back to the website and enter them exactly as shown in the corresponding field. Then press compute and the site will display your Pokemon's PID on the right side. To finish, quickly deposit Lugia into the box to restore its original stats, and then put it back in your party into the second slot. Go back to the side and this time select Read Pokemon TID and SID from the drop down menu. This code works exactly like the previous one, so press compute, take the generated code and quickly enter it into your boxes. Once done, go to box 13 and perform a double swap. Once again, the stats of the second Pokemon in your party will change. Take those numbers and enter them on the website exactly as you see them. After that, press compute and the site will display your TID and SID on the right side. Deposit again the Pokemon to restore its stats and put it back into your party. Once we collected PID, TID and SID, we need to calculate the current IVs of our Pokemon. To do this, go back to the site and select Read Pokemon IVEA field from the drop-down menu. This code works differently from the previous one, so let's read the instructions. First, place the Pokemon whose stats you want to read in the first slot of your party. Then enter its PID in the PID field below, and make sure you have a second Pokemon in your party because its stats will be modified like before. Once that's done, press compute and enter the generated code into your boxes. After executing it with the double swap, you'll see that the stats of the second Pokemon in your party have changed. Now, go back to the site and this time enter both PID and SID of your Pokemon that you obtained earlier and input the required stats into the corresponding fields. Once done, press compute and the site will display the code on the right side, along with your Pokemon's current IVs below. At this point, we have everything we need, so let's move to change IVs and ability. Here, the first thing you want to notice is the word bootstrapped. This means that the code is quite long, it will use 13 boxes and will require an exit code in box 14. Don't worry, it's very simple and I'll show you how in a moment. For now, go to the fields below and enter PID, TID and SID of the Pokemon you want to modify. Below that, you'll see the section for the new IVs you want to assign. Let's add all IVs to 31, and in the new ability field you can select 0 to keep the first ability or 1 for the hidden ability. Not all Pokemons have the hidden ability, so if you try to assign one to a Pokemon that doesn't normally have it, you'll end up with a bad egg. Continuing, enter the IVEA code you obtained earlier into the related field, and once that's done, press compute, and the site will generate your 13-box code on the right side. Before going back in game to enter the code, open the link provided to get the exit code for the 14th box. You'll find it under the instructions section, and remember to also change the wallpapers of box 1 and 2 as the site tells you. Now, go back in game and place your Pokemon in box 10 slot 19 and enter all the codes provided by the website. And once done, perform the double swap to activate the glitch. Now, check your Pokemon, and as you can see, the IVs have changed. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Leave a like and I'll see you next time.